What's up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 35 of the Chaos Daily. I've had a fantastic day. Not really. No, I've had a really bad day. Doing pretty much what I have been for the last 3 days, just doing some research and stuff and working some stuff out, and, that's fine. Nothing's wrong with that, right? Still waiting for stuff to come in the post. No issues there. I'm starting to have some issues with this daily thing, maybe. I don't know. Those of you who watch the daily episodes every day on a regular basis when I post them, thank you so much. I really appreciate your guys' dedication and your appreciation of my work. Even when some days I hardly post anything for you to watch, no time lapses or nothing, But that's to be expected, right? The daily thing, there's no way I can fill every single episode with like a full load of content because nobody's that creative. I can only do whatever it is I'm doing, and some days I have to focus on other stuff that is not stuff that I can put in a daily. So sometimes the content's a bit lacking. But today we're going to have a bit of a talking about what's going on and where I'm at and stuff like that. So I don't want to stop doing the dailies. I know at some point I will have to stop doing the dailies because I will just have too much other work to do with the channel related stuff. Especially when I start working on big projects and stuff, it will be just full focus on that, because getting a video together like I did for the Phenom, that took multiple days worth of work. Doing all the recording, like separate days worth of recording, doing the editing over multiple days, and I had to do like record a bit, edit a bit, and then go record the next segment because A, something hadn't arrived in the post, or B, I haven't worked out the format of the video yet, and I'm still growing as a YouTuber and how I want to format my videos and how I want to do, what is my style, so to speak, and something that still fits to something that's interesting for you guys. So, yeah, the dailies is not that. The dailies is literally a video blog. I sit in front of the camera and I talk about what I've done for the day and what I've got planned for the next day or whatever, or, that sort of stuff. And really it was a way for me to hold myself accountable, to like sort of motivate me to keep going, to keep working. Now, at the start, that was really good because last year and the years preceding that, I went through some stuff and my mental health was seriously bad, like incredibly bad. I can't work now. I can't hold a job now. I'm unemployable because of mental health reasons. So I'm doing this as a way for me to still do something. I'm not invalid, I'm not incapable of still using my mind to create, to work, to be productive. But I just can't do that out in the real world with other people and everything that comes with that. So that's why I'm doing this. And that's why this is so important to me, this channel. It's not just a way for me to make money or something. This is my livelihood now. This is not my only option, but it's the only option I really want to consider that's going to give me the freedom to do what I want to do. And so I'm trying to work out where to go from here, because at some point, like I said, I'm going to have to stop doing the dailies. But I've been noticing with the channel, there are a few of you that still watch the videos every day. Like, without a doubt, after a day or two after I've uploaded daily, a daily reaches a certain number of views. And so I know that you guys are watching the videos, and I really appreciate that. As far as the YouTube algorithm goes and the channel analytics and growing the channel, yes, it is good to upload more content more regularly. However, this type of format of content, the daily, it doesn't mesh with the YouTube algorithm very well. For instance, the thumbnails. The thumbnails are simple. It's just the year, the title, the year, and the day, right? Now, I could change the thumbnail, but then that's extra work that I have to then go, okay, I need to find a suitable thumbnail for this topic, make it catchy that the YouTube algorithm will look at it and go, right, this is something I can push to somebody, and then I get more click-through rate on it. And it's honestly, it's not just a matter of making a different thumbnail each day. There's a lot of thought, that goes into these thumbnails to make sure that the YouTube algorithm will make the most use of it. So it's either you put that effort in to get that benefit, or you're wasting your time. And I don't run it. That's why it's so simple. It's literally just a day counter, because I'm not using it as a way to get people to click through to the video. It is, if you're a subscriber of my channel and you like seeing what I do and you want to keep up with what I'm doing, then here's this daily episodes for you guys to watch. But like I said, it was to start with, the daily episodes were a way for me to hold myself accountable, to keep moving forward, right? Now I don't have that issue with motivation and stuff like that. Now it's a matter of allocating my time and resources to what it is I'm going to be doing. And with today I ordered the rest of the stuff for the 3D printer. I will be focusing on getting that up and running. And it's going to be, unfortunately, a slow process, because the stuff that I've ordered is going to be arriving in drips and drabs over the next 2 months, because unfortunately I've ordered the stuff right on Chinese New Year and everybody is on break over in China. So some of the stuff isn't arriving until like the end of March, and it's the beginning of February and I've ordered stuff and it's not going to arrive till March, which is frustrating, but you know, at least it's ordered, it's happening, it's on its way. So my initial like plans of ordering all this stuff, the printer and that, and then having like a 3 or 4 week period in which the stuff would arrive and I would do each stage of the setup, that didn't meet reality very well. So it's like I've ordered those stuff and it's going to arrive over a period of 3 months, and it's not going to arrive in like the groups of things. So like, for instance, building the curing station, the individual stuff for the curing station, like the lights and all the other bits and pieces, the turntable, the motor and stuff, they all arrive in different periods of time that spreads out that whole project over 3 months, instead of it arriving like in 1 month together and I can work on it over a couple of weeks. So like all the projects I have planned printer side wise, it's going to take 2-3 months before anything's like really up and going. I'll be able to start printing hopefully next week. But as to what I had planned, I'll be very limited in my capabilities. I won't have temperature control, so I won't be able to do any of the tenacious or any of the blue resin mixing and testing the different material properties. So to sit and make a daily episode every day with very little happening on my side, I mean, I can sit and probably design another plane or design another thing, but then I'm going to be generating a backlog of projects. And this was my issue way back years ago when I first started doing YouTube. I just kept bouncing around from project to project to project, because everything I wanted to do would reach a point where it would hit a roadblock of either I didn't have the materials or the funds to do the thing, so I just went back a step to a design phase and started designing another thing. And I don't want to do that again. Just making stuff for the sake of making stuff to make content to fill each episode. So I've created a poll on Twitter, and I'll put a link down below and one up in the title card here. Go jump on the link. It'll be up for 5 days, so there's going to be at least 5 more days of Chaos Dailies. Go let me know what you think. Do you want me to keep doing the dailies for as long as I can? Do you want me to just go, yeah, no, we understand, stop them, focus on producing super high quality content, so once a week or twice a week, whenever the content is ready to be released, or just keep going until it's not possible anymore? Really, that's a bit of both, and it's like I don't want to vote sort of thing. So any one of them's fine. Just like, it gives me an idea of where my mind's at and where you guys are at with what you would like, because at the end of the day, I'm here to make entertaining content for you guys. And it's a bit pointless for me to be just making content that isn't entertaining, wasting my time, and you wouldn't watch it, so it wouldn't be wasting your time. But even if you did watch it, then I'd be wasting your time. So I don't want to waste your time. I want to do incredible things with the time that I have here on Earth, and I would like to share those incredible things with all of you. So yeah, a couple of things to note on something else I've been doing today. So rant sort of discussion thing over. Let me talk about the other stuff that I've been doing today, the other stuff that has me frustrated. So there's this other slicing software for resin printers that's pretty new called Litchi. It's really good. It's super stable. You can load files in, do all stuff. It does all of the hollowing and infill and allows you to make holes way better than what Chidobox does. And it's super quick and stable. I think they've got a bit of Autodesk software in there. If you look at the ViewCube and how the ViewCube works and how their render environment, how it operates, feels like it's an Autodesk product. That's how good it is. Like, I really love it. But there's a problem, and it's not a matter of it being free version or the pro version, because there is a pro version which is a licensed version, but there is also just a standalone free version and it's got ads or something in it. The problem is when you use the hollow function, it only goes down to a millimeter wall thickness. They do not allow you to go to 0.5 millimeter or whatever percentage you want of a millimeter. And I find that infuriating because it does everything else so beautifully, especially the infill patterns and everything. Like if I could use that software and I could go down to 0.5 mil wall thicknesses, then I can design planes so much simpler for myself for resin printing than what I am at the moment. At the moment, I have to design them because I'm designing for FDM as well as resin. If I just had to design them for resin, I would use a completely different design methodology and they'd be done much quicker and stuff would be so much simpler. But unfortunately, I can't do that because CheetahBox is a shitbox, right? It's unstable. You can't load multiple objects into it and do complicated stuff like hollow functions. You can't do hollow functions with infill and do the holes, the drain holes, which are absolutely necessary, all at the same time. So I have to do workarounds. I have to either design the model to be a shell and its own infill pattern or internal structure, which takes time in CAD. And then that means I have to create two different kinds of structures, one for FDM and one for the resin printing. And it's just so frustrating. If Lychee makes that change, if they change it to so that I can go into that little context box and type in 0.5 and it goes to 0.5 instead of back to 1, I will be happy and I will switch to Lychee. In the meantime, I've spent the last 4 hours working on one CheetahBox environment with 4 objects. Six objects, right? So that is basically all the sections of the wing, except for the root and the wingtip, all of them for both wings in one build plate, because they're very similar in nature. If I can get it so that my printer is printing stable and I don't have to worry about prints failing, then that means I don't have to print like each pair of each segment each time. I can print all of them in one go. And yeah, it's going to be like, a 26-hour print, but a 26-hour print for individual parts that would print on an FDM printer for 9 hours each. Do the math. It works out better with resin printing. So yeah, 4 hours. So I'm having serious issues with CheetahBox and how the number of times it crashes, the way that it saves things as well. Sometimes it just, you tell it to save and override a file or make a new file, and then you close it after it's finished saving. It says save, like the little thing at the bottom says file finished writing or whatever. And then you go and open it up later, and it's a previous version of another file that had the similar name, and it's not updated or saved. Oh boy, I'm so frustrated with CheetahBox today. Anyways, so yeah. That'll be it for today's episode. Go over to my Twitter, jump on that poll, let me know what you think. There's no right or wrong answer. Either way is fine. Just however you feel. It gives me more of an idea of if you guys are enjoying the dailies or not, or if it's just like, yeah, dude, like, focus your energy on something else. We understand. Go for it. Like, if you let me know it's that, then I will drop the Chaos Dailies like a hot sack of potatoes, and we will get on to doing some stuff whenever that happens, because like I said, I'm waiting for the postman. So yeah, that'll do it for today's episode. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Go check out my Patreon if you can. That would be super helpful. I love my patrons. They really do make things so much better. I've actually ordered stuff today using the first round of Patreon money. They've actually paid for something, so thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys have paid for the carbon fiber spars in the Albatross. Thank you very much. So yeah, I've been Chaos. And as always, expect the unexpected, and I'll see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all my patrons that help support the channel. If you would also like to support the channel, there's a link in the description.